somebody told me,
Yeah.
what is the only thing which is always the same? Wherever you go, whenever you talk to somebody,
Yeah.
whatever you do, what is and I made a moment to I made several days.
Yeah.
The person didn't give me the answer. What is the only thing that is always there, always common in whatever situation you are living in? And I said just that.
Ap- Apologies for the quality of this introduction, but the one that I had made did not fit after I recorded the podcast. So, as you have seen in that short video, that is what happens every time I'm with Anouk. Anouk is a friend. She's the other half of the mentoring coordinator task force of the executive PA network of Geneva and of Switzerland. And what I have been, and when we start talking, we always start mentoring each other. It always ends up like that. We always end up talking about something that helps the other one grow. And when we were doing this, I was setting up the camera, and then she just got into this conversation because I was talking about the way some people do not have um, the ability to notice their faults. And she got into this conversation, and I totally loved it. It was accidentally there, but then when I was editing, I was like, I am keeping this. It's so lovely. And it's something that I believe that all of us could learn something from. So, as I said, Anouk is somebody that I was interviewing for this uh, podcast, and she is awesome. She is a coach, she's a mentor, she's an executive assistant with many years of experience, very self aware of herself, and we work together great. And I thought that this would be awesome. I am one day going to interview her about her horse. I know that sounds weird, but yes, we are going to talk about her horse because the amazing things. I'm not an animal person, I'm not even going to pretend that I am. But the things that she tells me she learns by spending time with her horse and breeding her horse and all these things are really things that I feel like every human can learn. I mean, every human should learn. And yeah, so one day we are going to talk about that. But today we are talking about mentoring, coaching, why executive assistants need it, and why companies need to think about making this something that is more required. Enjoy. Hi, Anouk. So tell us a bit about yourself. I have introduced you to my viewers, but tell us a little bit about yourself. What has your journey been to be an executive assistant, and how has mentoring helped you in reaching where you are?
Right. So actually I have a degree in translation. This is the reason why I came to Geneva. But 30 years ago, a university degree, and the practice of languages and the IT skills nearly opened you any door. So it was very easy for me to reach the job, so the positions of executive assistant. And I had a lot of them, many different positions in my career. I changed. I've been working with very different managers, like independent people just having one assistant, or big companies, or in every kind of activity field. And so little by little, actually every time I changed job now, it's it can be some time ago, but I don't remember really having mentors.
Mm-hmm.
The last jobs I had colleagues that explained me things, you know,
Yes, yes.
and which is not the same like
Like
mentoring.
mentoring, exactly. Yeah.
But like maybe I was just mentored by my friends
Mm.
who I talked to about my problems,
Yes.
and she said, "Oh, what's happening?" And we talked about the situation.
Mm-hmm.
So she was not my mentor; she was just my
Your friend.
confident friend.
Yes, yes.
But in a way, as she was, well, she is head of facilities in a bank,
Mm-hmm.
and she was also doing a kind of administrative and logistical work
Yeah,
I've been also doing.
yeah,
So we
yeah,
were talking about the same thing.
yeah.
And also she had a boss and I had a boss, of course. And
Mm.
so yes, this journey, I think I am clearly a self-made woman,
Yeah, yeah.
about all the things I have, all the processes I've been through to
Mm.
have what I have now, my skills I have now. I've
Yeah,
been learning them by myself.
yeah. So that is interesting because I think that that is one of the reasons why I became a mentor, because I feel like in my journey to becoming an assistant and to becoming even an executive assistant, one of the things that missed was somebody telling me what needs to happen. What used to happen was you get onboarded and then you're on your own.
Exactly.
Now we've onboarded you,
You know,
swim or sink.
voilà. Exactly, exactly.
And then
If you don't know,
if
no.
you don't know, you don't know. And this happens a lot to assistants.
Yes.
They don't feel like after you have been told what to do, after you know the systems, there's something else. So that is part of the reason why I am um, mentoring others, because I feel like that is something that would have helped me. I would have really liked to
Yes.
just have somebody that I could go to and just tell, I don't know how to say to the boss that he's being unreasonable or she's being unreasonable. How do I say that in a professional way?
Exactly. Yes, but
Yeah.
actually, yes, I've been also I have bought a course. I followed a course some years ago,
Yeah.
made especially for assistants,
Mm-hmm.
like value your position,
Yes.
value your skills. Actually,
Mm-hmm.
this was the title of the training, and I took over this training because the teacher was leaving, and it is a 2 days training,
Mm.
and I updated it with everything I need. I knew I had coaching, I
Yeah.
had NLP, I
Mm.
had all my experience with horses. We can talk about that later, and and all my experience as assistant, and
Yes.
also as independent,
Mm.
as a therapist, and
Yes.
I have a lot of different, and translator. I have a
Mm-hmm.
lot of different um,
Yeah.
jobs.
Yeah.
And so I created this course. I updated this course because she
Mm-hmm.
created it. I updated this course, and I realized that actually all the women, all the assistants came in this training
Yeah.
had the same problem:
Yeah.
self awareness
Mm-hmm.
and self
Yes.
valuation,
Yeah.
and they had a lot of problems evaluating, assessing their own skills
Mm.
and capabilities, and standing for it.
Yeah.
So this is, we end up having like group coaching, very very nice conversations with
Yeah.
all those ladies,
Yeah.
that sometimes ended up with saying goodbye to their manager,
Mm-hmm.
and changing jobs,
Yeah.
or changing position, or asking for a raise, or
Mm.
standing up for themselves.
Yes.
So yeah, if this is also why I entered the mentoring project,
Mm.
because I want those ladies to be able to assess their skills
Mm.
and stand up for it.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. So you are also a certified coach.
I
So
am.
that makes you somebody who can explain to people what the difference between a
Yes.
coach and a mentor is.
Yes, yes. So I think we should say, like I said before, we should have three categories.
Mm-hmm.
It's the three categories I have been experiencing actually, in a way, in my professional journey. Like you have the training situation where somebody tells you you have to do it like way this way. I show you, look at that, look at this, learn this, learn that. This is the training part where you people explain you how to do things. Uh, then you have the mentoring.
Mm.
The mentoring is more like, what is your situation or what is your need? Here is my experience about it. Here is my suggestions about it. Here is my view about it.
Mhm.
And sharing, and you, the mentee, picks up what she or he needs in everything that is shared by the mentor.
Mhm.
Now, coaching is only making the coachee aware by asking questions.
Yeah.
So the real coach never suggests, never advises, and never criticizes. There are the three main rules. You never
Uh-huh.
suggest, you never criticize, and you never advise. You just
Yeah.
ask questions. And this is very important. Also, a good mentor will be ending by asking questions so the person still stays in her environment,
Yeah.
and can really rely to what they are living.
Yeah.
The more you give about your experience,
Mhm.
the more you you pull the other one from his own situation. You see what I mean?
Yes.
The more you ask questions about, and what is it, what you think, and how is it for you, and what do you want to do with that, and so you put the person inside
situation.
their situation,
Yeah.
and you make them aware of what is going on,
Uh-huh.
of their also of their behavior
Yes.
according to the situation,
Mm-hmm.
and with questions you
Mm-hmm.
make them be more aware of what they need to keep, what they
Good.
need to change,
Yeah.
and what they need to get rid of.
Yes.
So this is
Yes.
the main difference between training, mentoring, and coaching.
That is awesome. People, I will put this all in subtext. It will also be in the description box. Let nobody ever ask me again what is the difference between coaching and mentoring. Because when I tell people I'm a mentor, they're like, oh, so now you're a coach. I'm like, no, listen.
It's not
Yes,
the
as a
same.
mental health first aider, I have some aspects of coaching because I also did a very, very, very limited. I am not a certified coach. So nobody should come to me for coaching. I also go to a coach. But anyway, even coaches go to coaches, so it's fine. It's like a doctor goes to a doctor.
Yeah.
Okay. So for this channel, we have it's about executive assistants and the people who they work with and how they grow and all that. And for me, I want to create a space where the assistants can listen and hear that their experience is not any different, and that whatever they're going through, other people have probably gone through it, and
Yeah, sure.
it can probably be resolved. And if it cannot be resolved, then you've not failed.
Yeah,
It's just the wrong place for you, and you should move to a different place.
exactly.
So, um, what I see about administrative professionals, and I think we've already touched on this when we were talking about our journeys, we never had anybody to mentor us.
No,
We went in
didn't.
there, and both of us are a certain age. So do you think that has changed? Do you think that the work environment now, for somebody who's maybe 20, 25, 22, 25, coming into the administrative professional, do you feel like our companies have adapted and now we are encouraging mentoring? Do you see it?
I should have asked a new colleague who's around 30.
Yeah.
What I realized that I started this nearly at the same date, the same period as a lot of other people in my company. And I was clearly kind of a lot, like 10 or 15 years more than them, even
Yeah.
20 for some of them. And I was kind of nearly the only one being so old, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And this made also a big clash. Like, it's not a clash, but like a gap,
Yeah.
because the young people stay with the young people.
Yes.
And it's not about like people like assistants stay with assistants. No, young people stay with
Young
young
people.
people,
Oh, yes,
and
it's true. Uh-huh.
elderly, like more mature senior people,
Yeah.
stay with senior people.
Uh-huh.
And when you are an assistant entering a new job,
Yeah.
the senior people, who are they? They are the manager,
Yeah. Yeah.
and so they don't stay with you.
Yeah.
It's very interesting to see that, because my colleague was is an assistant,
Mm-hmm.
but she had the trainees
Yes.
who had were their age. She had the very the young lawyers, because
Mm-hmm.
I'm in a law firm. The long your lawyers,
Yeah.
they were lunching all together.
Yeah.
And me, my boss told me, how come you don't know anybody and I don't see you with other people? Yeah, there is really an age barrier. I don't know how to
Yes.
say that, but
No, but
I
it's
realized
true.
it. And
Even just socially, there are very limited things you can talk to them
yeah,
about.
yeah,
It feels
definitely. And also what I
awkward.
realized, that if you're a senior, you
Mm-hmm.
know, so you just go and do your
And do.
stuff, and any anyway, you know.
Yeah.
So I just like, no, because I don't know anything. I know the processes, maybe I know my IT skills, maybe I know how to write French, maybe I know my English, of course I know
Yeah.
how to write a letter, I know how to answer the phone, and even sometimes you really have to learn the way the
Uh-huh.
company answer the phone.
Yeah.
And so I no, I don't know anything, and really I felt quite lost in the beginning.
So
It's
it's
really interesting.
so it might be that we assistants of a certain age need to mentor each other.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
we kind of
And
need to. And it's very
everyone,
hard when you move from one company to another
yes,
when you are older. When you're
yes,
younger, it's easy.
yeah, because you
So
melt
basically, we
in
should
nearly
find a job
everybody.
with
Yeah.
a fixed contract by the time we are 40 so that we don't move again.
Wait, that would be good. Yes, but yeah, it's. I think now I really went through this situation now with my two last jobs,
Yeah.
and people really in my previous job, my manager said, "You are senior, you know." No, I really don't know, because I in my previous job, for example, I went from law firm
Mhm.
to industry,
Yeah.
so
I
very
know.
different.
Do you know? So I got a job. So mostly I've worked in international organizations and NGOs, as you know. But then there was a gap where I worked at a tech company.
Mm-mm.
Now, when during my interview, the boss he asked something. You know, the funny thing is, I went to that company with one expectation. It turned out to be a very good life experience for me. I can't say it was the best work experience, but it taught me a lot about myself and about work and everything. And it was just not a match for me, not a perfect match. It was a good match.
Mm-mm.
Eventually, it would have worked, but
Yes.
anyway. But he asked something during the job interview, which to me did not even make sense. But then when I started working, it did make sense because
Mm.
he told me your work experience has been in international organizations. Working with humanitarian people is different from working with engineers.
Mm.
Do you feel like you can adapt? And I was like, dude, it is calendar management, booking trips,
Yeah.
booking meetings. It is exactly the same thing. It's just different vocabulary. That is what I didn't answer it like that, but I basically said that was the gist of it.
Okay.
And I probably answered it well because I got the job.
Yes.
And the truth is, I really struggled when I got
Mm.
in there because the way they think and the way the people that I was used to working with think is
It's
different.
different. Yeah. And this way of thinking, this is soft skills.
Yes,
It's of course it's based on your hard skills, because if you don't have any,
you are
you don't
lost.
get it. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're lost. But this way of doing things, like reading between lines, like analyzing if somebody is happy or not, analyzing the processes, who's gonna make number one and number two of the chain, and three, how things are organized. this is just soft skills. And
Yes.
this I think would be a very, very good subject to mentoring.
Exactly.
And it would be so easy, easier, so quicker, so smoother to have somebody who train you, who teaches you, who explains you about
So
that,
that is where I feel like
who
mentoring would have
accompanies you.
helped me, because I
Yeah,
had the hard skills,
yeah,
but the soft skills of understanding the pace that these people expect,
mm,
the level of accuracy that these people
yeah,
expect, the speed of adaptability
mm,
that they expect, that
exactly.
is where now I feel like the mentoring would have helped.
Yeah,
Because then I would have gone to somebody and been like, listen, is my boss just being too hard on me, or is this, or am I too slow? You know, that would have been an interesting thing for
yeah.
me to learn at that point.
And I have a very good example. I just
Yeah.
reminding now. One of the lawyers, young lawyers, um, she we were working on something, and I said, I'm an administrative. I can take all that,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And she keeps doing that, like invoices from a client in this kind of thing, kind of family office thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, just give it to me. And she didn't want it to, but it was very interesting because in the end I had like this sentence saying, be patient, the processes are very slow. And if people had told me that in the beginning, during the first 2 or 3 weeks I
Mm-hmm.
was there,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have this urge to change, to improve things, because they they had to be they had to stay as
Mm-hmm.
they were, and I didn't have to change anything.
Mm.
And it's very interesting because I am somebody who spontaneously improve things. If I
Mm.
see a process that doesn't is
Yeah.
not okay,
Yeah.
spontaneously I will come to you and say, hi, I
Let's
did
change
that,
it.
and I see that this could be quicker, this could be mean to no, 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 something improvement.
Yeah.
And if you are in an environment that allows that greets that, then
Yes.
you very well
Or
seen.
you can, yes.
You're a
You
queen,
thrive.
you're a
Yes.
queen.
Uh-huh.
But if you are in an environment where rules must stay rules and that change frightens everybody, you are the black sheep after 3 weeks in the spot.
So
And
that
voila,
is part
this
of
is
the thing.
this experience I had in my last job.
So one of my mentees, actually, one of the ladies that I was talking to, she has never worked in banking or in law firm, and she has my personality, and you know my personality, I'm all over the place. And when she told me that she has an interview at a law firm, I told her, you might get the job, but are you sure you can work there? Because your personality, and law firms don't even use AI. I mean,
Mm. We we
most of
we
them
start
don't.
we start. No, no, no. We
Yeah.
have. Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, so
We
you
have
know,
special. Yeah, we have.
in-house ones.
Yeah,
Anyway, so I was like, the her pace and
it's
the way
different.
it's different, and I told her that it might take a lot of adjusting. And well,
Yeah,
I mean, I'm happy for her because she did get the job and she's
excellent.
working on it. But she had to get somebody who has worked in a law firm, and they've been talking about it, and she actually did figure out that she was right.
Mm,
Anyway, so that brings me to my almost last question.
okay.
Mentee mentor relationship,
Yes.
how should it be? Should it be like friends, or should it be like a teacher and
Mm.
students?
I know. Mentoring started in Anglo-Saxon countries, like in universities. English and American universities used to use a lot of. Still now, the mentoring is very common there.
Mm.
So it is teachers or elder alumni mentoring younger people
Yes.
just arriving there.
Yes.
So we started in a teaching environment.
Yes.
So yes, it's a kind of part where you teach the other one
Mm.
how to do things through the experience you have.
Yeah.
You see, I did it that way. I don't know if that can help you, but voila, it worked for me. Let's see how it can work for you. So maybe yes, you have this idea of being a teacher as a mentor.
Mm-hmm.
You also are an advisor
Yeah.
also, and you are a gatekeeper too, because at the difference with the coach is there to accompany you, but you cannot prevent the person to fall down. If the person
If the person.
doesn't listen, doesn't answer, she has to make their own experience. With the
Mm.
mentoring, you can say no, stop, don't do that,
Mm-hmm.
this is bad,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of a very good straightforward friend, kind of a teacher,
Mm.
and the relationship becomes very the the a very good relationship with all these kind of thing like teacher, mentoring, and coaching.
Mm.
Needs like knowledge for a start,
Mm-hmm.
knowledge of, if you're my mentee, I have to know who you are.
Mm.
I have to know what you're going through.
Mm.
I have to know what you want.
Yes.
I have to know your environment,
Mm.
people who support you, people who don't support you.
Yeah.
And actually, it's the same with the relationship with a manager. Everything starts with the knowledge of
Mm.
one
Of
another.
one another. Yeah.
And I have to know myself
Mm.
to be a good mentor. I have to know what triggers me, what makes me feel happy, what frightens
Yeah.
me, and I have to know my limits and my boundaries,
Mm-hmm.
so I can explain to the others. So it's a matter of a knowledge of the other,
Yeah.
of and of ourselves.
Okay.
The second step goes to communication. This knowledge of
Mm.
everything goes to a good communication, because
Mm.
if I know you well, I can ask you the right questions.
Yes.
And if I know you better, I can understand better your answers to my questions.
Mm.
And if you know me better, also, you can ask me the right questions.
Exactly.
And you can understand why I say this kind of thing this way and not that way.
Yes.
So a very good knowledge goes to brings, I would say, brings a good communication.
Mm.
And good communication is not only to one another, but
Yes.
it's saying what I do and doing what
What
I
I
say.
say. Yes.
And
True.
this is also okay with a manager.
Yes.
And then this good knowledge, bringing a good communication,
Mm-hmm.
can lead to trust.
Yes.
Because when you have a clear communication of what you need, what you want, what you're asking for, what you're bringing to the other,
Yeah.
because you have good feedback,
Yeah.
also feedback in the communication, God, feedback is
Mm-hmm.
essential.
Yeah.
Feedback can bring you up in 2 words and can bring you down in 2 words.
Yes.
Feedback is essential.
Yes.
This is in the communication part.
True.
And so, if you have good feedback, if you
Mm-hmm.
have good loops of feedback in the communication, then you can build good confidence
Yeah.
in one another.
Mm.
And then you have this last step. In French, it's complicité.
Mm-hmm.
Complicité. You can't say complicity in English because it hasn't the same,
It's not the same meaning.
same
Yeah.
meaning. But it's where this last step for me, like in a coaching relationship, in mentoring relationship, or even in a manager assistant relationship,
Mm-hmm.
is where you watch one another and
You
you
know what
don't
they mean.
need
You don't
words
need words.
anymore.
Yes.
Voila. You see the way he crosses the corridor and say, all
The
right,
meeting was bad.
voila. You see the way you understand things without having to talk everything through.
Mm.
This is the last step.
Yeah.
You know when you have to come earlier in the morning. You know when you have to stay earlier in the evening. You know when you can leave. You know exactly when you can go and knock at the door. Hi, I need to tell you something. And you know when you don't have to do that. This is the last step. And this is those 4 steps what I teach in my course, actually.
Okay. So that is awesome. Totally love what you've said. And it just reminded me of a friend of mine who told me that she's an assistant to a CEO. And when the boss is having high stake meetings with the board, she always asks the people who are organizing the event, she texts them and asks, did he drink Coca or Coca Zero? And if he drank Coca Zero, it's going well. But if he drinks Coke, then she knows, oh my God, things are not going well.
Yeah, it's like my boss asking for tea
Yeah.
or asking for tea and a coffee, and then you say, okay, okay.
Oh, the interesting things you have to do. See, this
Yes.
is why we're the silent backbone. We are the backbone.
Yeah, we are the
We
backbone
know
for sure.
everything.
And
All right.
silent.
Yeah, and
I
we
mean,
have to be silent.
yeah, we have to be silent, but at the same time, you have to. This is the difficult thing too, and maybe like mentoring would be very useful for that.
Yeah.
Like you have to be silent most of the time,
Mm-hmm.
but you have to speak up,
You have to speak up.
and you
Yes.
need to speak up because your boss is alone.
Yes.
And if you see things like, for example, you see he's struggling, he's turning around, he has no idea, you have to have the courage to
To say
say
something.
something
Mm.
like, how can I help you? I don't see you there, I don't see you anymore.
Mm.
You need a break, you need to speak to me, tell me, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And what happened a lot during my teaching is like, ladies didn't dare to do that.
Oh yeah, you don't, because
they
some people are
didn't they
also
didn't
afraid for
dare.
their jobs. They just
Yeah.
feel like if I say something, but I think it's something you have to build up to.
Mm-mm.
Your boss has to trust you that you're not just saying
Sure.
this. They have to know that you at least have a reason why you're saying it, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So I think I'm always saying this. I think I've said this in so many things, but one of the interviews I had, one of the people said that he appreciated the fact that his assistant knew was a very good at filtering things.
Yeah.
So she knew when to speak up, she knew when to tell him what people are saying, she knew when people are just venting and they didn't really want him to know, but they just needed to get it out. So she was like a filter.
Yeah.
So he only got the necessary information. So when you reach that level of trust with your boss, as you say, then it reaches, then you're now able to even make suggestions. And some of these
Yes.
things are hard because you're telling your boss, dude, you need to delegate this to this person. Why? Who are you to tell me? You know?
Yeah, and always it's the same. The day you know you trust each other, or you feel you trust each other, and you come up with a suggestion, and the way your manager will answer you gives you the way, gives you the temperature of your
Of your
relationship.
relationship,
Yeah.
yes.
If whatever stress the boss may be, he accepts, he hears you, he's not able to manage what you're saying, but he hears you,
Mm.
then it's okay. If he rejects any step forward towards him,
Yeah.
then you're not at the right place.
Yes.
And you will be doing any effort, whatever, and everything, it will never work.
Yeah. Yeah.
So either you keep your hands in your pockets and you just do your job because you need a pay,
Yeah.
and forget about all these, trust and happiness, and we love each
Mental
other.
health
Voila,
and
voila.
yeah.
So you forget it. You just work and and shut up. Or you need that in your business. You need to have this kind of relationship,
Yeah.
of a feeling environment, because you are this kind of person. I am this kind of person. It is very difficult for me to work with somebody who doesn't like me, who
Me
doesn't
too.
appreciate me,
Me too.
and who I don't
And I find myself
admire.
making a lot of mistakes. When I'm with somebody who does not trust me, I will do exactly, I will try so hard to not do the wrong thing,
That
but
I
then I
do
will do
everything. Yeah,
all the things wrong.
I am in a stress mode,
Yeah.
so it's bad. It's bad
Yeah.
for your health. It's bad for your head. It's bad for everybody,
Yeah.
and it's bad for the company, because my first client in the end is the company.
Yeah.
So I have to be happy,
Mm.
to be efficient for the company,
Yeah.
and my boss is the company.
Exactly.
Voilà.
All right. Thank you so much, Anouk.
Oui.
This